What is up, YouTube? That's here, and today I'm super excited to bring you guys a brand new Pokemon TCG Pocket deck featuring a dual energy deck that uses Mega Medicham EX. We're going for the big Chakra Fist, and if we have both fighting and psychic energy attached to this guy, we do a ton of damage. This thing looks super cool. I cannot wait to bust this out. And if we take a look at our deck list real quick, we have the Meditite that actually can use any energy to use any of its attacks, because we don't know where we're actually going to be going. Dual energy decks are so hard to use in this game, but I feel they're so much more fun to play. A little bit of RNG goes a long way, and speaking about going a long way, we're also going to be utilizing Falinks in this deck. Being able to really load up on our Falinks to give our Medichams the time to set up to actually stack those 3 energies. So if we can open up with a Falinks, get it all set up with things like, Rocky Helmets, Giant Cape, stuff like that, use Lucky Ice Pops to heal it, we can actually sit on that Falinks, utilize its ability to deal additional damage and mitigate damage, then hopefully get 3 energy set on our Medicham so we can actually go for a big sweep. I think a really unique card to actually feature in this deck is going to be May. Going for the ability to search out specific Pokemon we want out of our deck, being able to get our Falinks so we have both on the board at the same time, since you do need both of them in the active and back spot to actually utilize their abilities. I think it can also help us get our Medicham and Meditite kind of combo set up. So I think it's going to be a pretty cool deck. Hopefully we actually get a lot of wins with this one. And yeah, without further ado, let's go right into these games. Wish me luck. Here we go. All right, starting things up on the ranked ladder. Hopefully we can get some good draws here. We have a lot of cool tech, and if I can open up with the 2 Falinks right off the rip, I'm gonna have a really good time. So let's see what happens. I don't want to fight any guard. I know guard's still really popular. I know psychics are still really popular, but hopefully I don't have to fight against them. And let's see, looks like we're going second. I think second is probably best for this deck if I do crack 2 Falinks. Looks like we got 1 Falinks and 2 Professor's Research, so honestly, we should be able to get our way into something. I'm gonna put this Meditite down, even though I probably should save it, but it's fine. Alright. Hopefully I draw in either a Pokeball or the Falinks here. Survey says, Eevee, okay, if I draw into a Falinks, I actually win the game. Because, if you don't have a bench, I'm sorry, if you don't have a bench, right? Because I will get a plus 20 damage boost from my Falinks, and I'll get a plus 20 damage boost, okay. All that's out the window, you just went straight into this one, right? Holy moly, that is rough to deal with right off the rip. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so hard. Oh, that sucks. What a draw. All right. That's crazy. Okay, that's a lot of energy, man. All right, so I need to research correctly. Let me get some research. Next turn, I actually just take 70. All right, so there's a Pokeball. All right, here's a May for next turn. Man, this is not looking good for our hero, though. I needed to get that Falinks. There it is! Falinks! My hero! I needed that so bad. Alright. Let's attach our energy. And let's start, doing some damage. Big damage. Cool. So we're gonna take, 70 next turn, but we take 20 less damage. So we actually get to stick around for 1 more turn, which means we might be able to, Ice Pop our way back to perfection here. Here's an Ogerpon in the back. Very cool. There's a Giant Cape. No, dude, you can't use Giant Cape. I need to be able to stall, man. Just got to get Medicham going. I mean, I have the Medicham active, so I guess that's fine. It'd be cool to Lucky Ice Pop all the way up to full. That would be sick. Yeah, they're going to go for the 70. I'm going to take it down to 50. I didn't get any items. I think a Rocky Helmet would have really helped this matchup a little bit. There's a Giant Cape. Better late than never, right? Let's evolve into the Medicham back here. And what I'm actually going to do here is put a Giant Cape on the Falinks so it can actually soak a second hit. And then as long as this next energy that shows up next one is a fighting energy, I should be good to go. I can go for a research here. Pokeball, cool. Just gives us more, this should get Meditite. Put that down on the bench as well, so I can start loading it up. Cool, I think we are fine. Just get a little bit of extra damage, because we can. Yeah, I could have also maybe just retreated in for my Falinks and not really done anything specific, just to make them waste their time a little bit. That's also an option. But you shouldn't be able to one-shot both this Falinks and the next Falinks next turn. That being said, I probably should have just swapped. I didn't need to do the extra 20. I guess it's keeping them low in case they had a Lucky Ice Pop for healing. But this Ogerpon's going to be a problem, I think. Both active Pokemon are 5 or more. Yeah, so I mean, it's gonna be 5 or more because this Medicham uses 3. So Solar Beam's gonna get the KO here. We need to come in with our Falinks here, and we need this next energy that pops up to be a fighting energy. So this next one is gonna be Psychic, but the one after that has to be fighting. Has to be. All right, cool, we're good. Might as well attach here just to do it, or drop there. And then we're going to get KO'd over the course of the next 2 turns. Or no, we can X speed away. Cool, that works. And we're going to be able to finish this off, get 2 prizes, and then get 2 prizes in the Ogre Palm, which we one-shot as well. So we have the lines to actually win here. And we have a Sabrina in case something weird happens. So I think we're in a pretty good spot. I think the only thing that could be dicey is like a giant cape on the Ogre Palm. That would keep him alive. If they play anything else in the back, or though they're setting up to get messed up, there's Pokeball. All right. Now let's see what they got. All right, that's definitely Sabrina-able. So yeah, if I KO this thing, I'm just 1 Sabrina away from winning. Perfect. Let's see what we can get done here. Medicham value. Because you can't get the one-shot here. You can go for 70. It's the most that I'll give you. They should be using Forest Breath to actually power up their Ogerpon, just put more energy. So Ogerpon can have like 5 energy, I think. Just in like the worst case scenario. Yep, good play. Unless they're going to attach it to their Leafeon. And then retreat. It's also an option. No, just put it on the Ogerpon. That's fine. They're thinking, man. They're running out of time. Just go for your 70, bro. Go for the 70. Cards in their deck left are 8. I have 6. So there's still 1 more Sabrina in my deck. There's a Sabrina. There's a Rocky Helmet. Go into the Eevee, huh? Yeah, that works. So the cool thing about this for me is I have Sabrinas for days here. So we're going to attach. We're going to X speed. Get ourselves... A good thing I haven't used no retreat, right? There we go. Come in here. And we're going to get 2 prizes. Guaranteed. I'm going to take the 2 prizes right here. You're going to fodder 1 of those. And then I have a 1 in 5 chance of getting a Sabrina to win the game. But I have KO on all of these things. So Chakrafish should get the KO. Look at that. Boosted Chakrafish. Let's go. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Now, no matter what comes out, it is going to get KO'd. So you can come in with that Leafeon, but like, I got the damage. I got what I need. I got 2 Pokemon with 1 retreat cost. I got an energy retreat. I got a 1 in 5 chance of drawing a Sabrina. Here's the Leafeon back. That should just be game. I'm trying to think of some way that they get out of the situation. Like, it only has a 140, so like maybe you have like big heals, like Erica. Erica, you're gonna need Erica plus like an Ice Pop though, because you're only gonna get to go to 130. Like Erica plus Potion, you know? Maybe Erica plus like Indity drop on the bench. Leafeon in the back. All right, this is technically no, that's the wrong Eevee. That's the wrong evolution over here. So close. But Medicham. Medicham's stacking wins on the ranked ladder. Dude, this deck's so cool. Now what you got, bro? What you got? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Medicham busted, dude. That's what we like to see. Medicham, baby. Wins up. All right, that person has a lot of rewards. Oh, man, I'm nervous. What kind of deck are we going to go against? I think the fact that we held off like a really, really aggressive deck like that Leafeon, that was super aggressive. That was shoving us down fast. The fact that we held that off is really, really good. It shows the Falinks core gives us enough time to actually use what we want. We got part of it, but we got 2 Pokeballs. So this actually will guarantee give us Falinks, but we don't have a fighting energy off the start. I'm so sad. Never lucky, right? Oh, man. Never lucky. We have both the Falinks, though. And if it's 2 Psychic Energies back-to-back, I think we are up the creek without a paddle, I think. I'd like to draw into, like, what? Like a Rocky Helmet, maybe? Holy fire types over there. All right, all right. Medicham, that's fine. So we're gonna Pokeball away till we get the Falinks, just because we want to mitigate the damage. So there's no other things it can get. So it has to get Falinks here. There it is. So there are energies running around up there. I'm trying to think of what we want to do here. Put a Medicham on the bench. I'm just going to start attaching the Psychic Energy to the Meditite and get it set up. It would have been so cool to be able to attack this turn for 40. Because a 2-shot there, but I think that we're fine. I'm also just going to put this here. In case I get Sabrina'd or, like, I don't know, something, I have to put a second Meditite up. I don't want to waste the Meditite that's already on board. We have everything that we need. Like, every other card in our deck is just straight tech. We have all of the Pokemon in the deck in our hand already. Entei is a cool card, but, like, we have Ice Pops, we have X Speeds, we have items like Cape and Rocky Helmet, we have other supporters, we have Sabrina's. May would be the worst draw. There's a Research. Research is, like, the best draw. So here's Research. Perfect. Cape, perfect. That's a great draw. I'm going to put the Cape on the Falinks, and I'm going to get going to town over here. I think I am going to evolve as well here. Don't need to evolve the second one, because we don't know which Medicham we really need to use. I would only really use the Medicham in the other situation if, like, I needed a quick attacker. But, like, really, really cool. We can start doing 40 damage here. Bam. 2-shot. Love that. So right now, the way this Falinks works is we deal 20 extra damage, and we mitigate 20 extra damage, and we have a giant cape. So, like, we're pretty set here. I think we're in a really, really good spot. The thing I want to start drawing now are probably going to be Sabrina's to speed up the game just a little bit. But let's see if this Magmar wants to actually, like, do anything. Who's going to Ice Pop me, huh? All right, survey says, what you working with, Chief? How many you got? Heads? Okay, okay. All right, so he's gonna wall us out a little bit. 9 versus 9. All right, so and he has a cape. All right, so I'm gonna have to get over that thing in a little bit. So maybe I should have put waited for a Rocky Helmet. But, like, honestly, he only deals 30 to us, and we also have an Ice Pop. Don't act like we don't. Magma Punch. I see you, baby. Sabrina. Okay. If I were to Sabrina, you'd bring out Torkoal. I could Sabrina here. It'd be nice to get a KO off it, you know. And we need 1 fighting energy. So it sucks we can't do anything next turn. So, like, I'm just going to sit here with my Falinks, and I don't need to use my Ice Pop yet. There's absolutely no, like, reason to. I could just save that for Medicham if we have to. So I'll put this next energy on our Meditite. That's actually bad. They're in a deck. Because, like, we're in a situation where, like, no one's really getting any value here. Again, with more... Oh, dude, you got, like, 3 cards left in your deck, homie. 5 cards. I guess 5 cards. That's fine. Ice Pop. Fail. I think they should change that card to be like you have to flip a coin for the first one too. I think that's how they should change it to balance it. Let me know if you agree or disagree. I think a lot less people would run it if, like, you couldn't get that first one, you know? Because right now it's just like Potion but better, right? Right now it's just like Potion but way better. Alright, we're Ice Popping it. You're not the only one that has that card. Here we go. Give me that big heal. Big heals! Never lucky. Alright, so Medicham can't hit anything yet. We can patch this energy right here. Yeah, we're fine. 3 damage. You are at 20, my friend. I don't need to be weird. You have less cards than I do, which means I am able to have more value. They're loading up a Blaziken EX too, I think, back there. All right. Retreat cost 2 less. Really? You're going to go for the big retreat, huh? Who are they bringing out? No way they're bringing out Entei. Oh my gosh, they're bringing the Torchic. Okay. Evolving into Magmortar back there. Okay. Where they didn't just do that. All right, so they're going to the Blaziken here. All right, so they're going to get something off this Blaziken, but, like, we're going to be able to reply back with Medicham. And, like, Blaziken does a lot, but, like, I think Medicham has the value here. Yeah, they're going to get a burn, but, like, do I care? Like, we got the big boy. We got that Medicham. And we have the 2-shot on them, at least. Okay. We have a lucky Ice Pop. That's actually a really good draw. So I have an attach here. You might as well just attach, not the Sabrina. No, no, no. Medicham. Okay. Damage. So you're going to hit me. I'm going to hit you. You're going to come in with Magmortar and try and finish me off? But I'm gonna have to get some lucky ice pop flips. I'm gonna need like 2. Let me get like 2 though. And if I would have just Sabrina'd that turn, they would just would have foddered the Torkoal. That's what that Torkoal's there for. Alright, so let's see what we get here. We need some value. Ow. I need to get that heal. Uh-oh. That's game. I think we just lost because of that. Unless I got like 6 of these in a row. We're gaming. Let's go gaming. Come on. Let's go. That's a heal. Come on. Full heal. Full heal, Medicham. Full heal. That's a game we lost. Actually, we'll see what happens. Yep. No other options. Okay. And then, let's see. Oh, I think we just won. Wait, what did I KO first? What did I KO? Magmortar never got KO'd. Did they just scoop? I think they just scooped. Okay. I got 3. What did I KO? What did I even KO? Let me check out this Blaze skin. Oh, 3 points! It's a Mega! Oh, it's a Mega! Yeah, I forgot they got 3. I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot. I'm like, what? Nani? Like, why did I get that? Yeah, so it's like, that's so funny. Oh, man. Yeah. Okay. Wins up. We take those. This card sucks. I'm looking at my Medicham to make sure. I didn't actually know that, like, I honestly just didn't know you get 3 points for knocking out a Mega. You just don't really see them all that often where I am on the ladder. So it's like, man, I really got to be protective of this thing. So, yeah, 3 points for a Mega. That's just an instant game over, huh? That's kind of crazy. But you know what? You know what's is crazy? We're going to go into some more games here. Go into some more games. And you learn something new every day. You learn something new every single day. Ranked matches. Continuing with the Medicham. Yeah, I really thought you only got 2 because it was an EX. But it makes sense. You know, Megas are really, really good. So use them while you can. It's funny how I played all those games with Guard, and like I never really got a situation where my Guard got knocked out, and it like normally if Guard was getting knocked out, it was my last Pokemon getting knocked out, so it didn't really matter. I guess I never really noticed. So going second here, Falinks stacking. We get some Falinks going on over here. So we got 1 Falinks and a Professor's Research. So if we can get our way into a second Falinks, we have the fighting energy. We're ready to go. Show me what you got. I think one of the things I really would like on this deck is like a second Rocky Helmet, maybe a second Cape, because like I feel like you have to get those early with the Falinks to actually make them have value. Otherwise, it's just like not as valuable. So, oh my gosh, what is this? All right, let's go. Falinks. Let me draw Falinks. Also cracks the Research. Good hand from our opponent. 30 damage, one of their bench mons. So I can't just put things on the bench all willy-nilly. And they got a Pokeball. Wow, so they got a lot of deck thinning. They've already gone through half their deck. I'm going to do the same thing, though. And I'm going to draw Falinks here. Almost. I could technically... I think May is actually a better draw here. Because it gets me right... It has a much higher chance of getting into my Falinks. There's 2 Metatites and 2 Medichams in the Falinks. So I have like a 40% chance of getting a Falinks up this. Yes, let's go! It's better odds. It's just better odds than going for the Research to try and get into a Pokeball, I think. That's so sick, dude. That's cool. It's cool, right? And then next turn I'll Research, right? But like we're able to like look how much faster our engine is here. That we have a Falinks loaded up on turn 1. Getting ready to like 2-shot this Machop. That's so good. Oh, that's so good. Dude, May, we're making plays for days with Maze. Okay. Now what, huh? What you got? Show me what you got. And then I'm going to Research into Meditite. I'm going to start getting that set up. I got Lucky Ice Pops for healing. The last thing I really want here is like a Rocky Helmet, I think. Lucario, okay. Alright, Lucario here. 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Alright, that's going to be problematic. I don't really want to deal with any of those. if I'm being completely honest. Does Falinks mitigate that damage while here? So it's like, do I only take 10 if it's on the bench? That's gotta be kind of cool, right? Pokecom. See, I thought about using Pokecom in this deck too instead of the May. Let me know if you like May or Pokecom more. But I think like the ability to get multiple Pokemon, you basically Pokecom twice for the cost of your supporter. All right, draw into a cape, not bad. We're gonna research first. I'd rather have a Rocky Helmet on my Falinks if I'm being honest. Sabrina and a Pokeball. You do 100. So if I use the Giant's Cape here, I don't get popped in one hit. I like that actually. Yeah, I vibe with that. So we're gonna Giant's Cape here. And I'm going to Pokeball. There it is. That's what I wanted. I mean, there's no other options. So I'm going to put that on the bench. A Lucario is a problem, but I need to start loading this guy up. And then they can come with a Hitmonlee, but I should be able to two-shot it. And I have the Lucky Ice Pop and X Speed combo if I need to, like, be weird. They're going to come with Hitmonlee. That's fine. I think what is going to happen is you're going to Hitmonlee, right? And you're going to stick 30 damage into this Meditite. And if I draw my Medicham, that's cool. If I don't draw Medicham, what I'll do is probably just Sabrina and start just chunking damage on your Lucario. And just getting ready to do that. I guess I could have also put this Giant's Cape onto my Meditite. Another thing I can do to avoid this Hitmonlee problem is draw into my Stadium. Okay, oh, so they just go right into the Lucario. Cool, that works. You have 3 turns. Like, that's way too slow. I'm gonna outvalue you, I think. Now let's see it. And we need the next energy after the Psychic Energy to be a fighting energy to actually be able to correctly utilize Mega Medicham. That is a, what, is that a Diglett? Not bad. That's 1 energy. So in 3 turns, you'll be able to not pick up a KO. Good stuff. You know what I mean? Hey, it's pretty good for me, right? I'm gonna actually, I'll value, I think. Oh, we got Ice Pops for days, bro. Awesome, it is a fighting energy, so we're gonna put that here. I'm thinking, we have 1 more Sabrina that I could put in 9 cards. Because, like, I could Sabrina here and 2-shot both those, but I'll just attack the Lucario. We need to hit the Lucario once to put it within range for Mega Medicham as well. Remember, they're going to do 100 to us and 30 to a bench. And since we have the Falinks both on the board and the Giant's Cape, we're in a situation where the most they can do is 90. So you're going to have to, like, pair that with, like, a red, which they can't do this turn, right? But let's see what they got here. Doug Trio. Oh, man, that's obnoxious. I don't like that. Everyone hates that move. Second energy. All right, can I draw into a Medicham, please? Just so I don't get, like, you know, dumpied on by whatever they got. How many? 9 cards left in the deck? 2 of them are Mega Medicham EX. I got 2 Ice Pops, too. So, like, I should be in a really good spot, honestly. There it is, my boy. There he is. And honestly, I think the right play is just to... I think I'm going to X... No, I don't... That next one's a fighting energy. I don't need to X speed out. I can just save that card. And get ready to go. Oh, we're popping it. That's just game right there. Boom! Look at that top deck. Speeding things up just a little bit out here. Just a little bit, because we got that first KO on the Machop, so we take those wins all the way to the bank. Dude, Medicham staying winning out here, dude. Love this card. Such a cool card. Such a cool deck. If you guys have any ways that you would optimize this deck, please think about it. Let me know in the comments. I'll try and include this deck list in there as well. And if you guys like this sort of content, you want to see more stuff like it, think about dropping the sub on the channel. Think about leaving a like on the video. Every single like, every single comment drastically improves this channel's resources and stuff like that on YouTube. So think about showing support if you like seeing semi-consistent Pokemon TCG Pocket content. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out, and I'll see you guys next time.